Johanna, how are you
Mi
today?
amigo, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy bien. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Igualmente, siempre un placer verte. Always good to see you, my friend.
Likewise. We were just at an amazing event for small business owners in Orlando, refreshing some ideas, refreshing some concepts about, goal setting, marketing, uh, customer journey, and habits. That was one of the things that kind of struck a chord for both of us. So we figured we'd talk a little bit about the difference between habits and motivation, or motivation and action, I should say, and apply that to our $1 million business in 90 days. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, Joanna.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between motivation and action?
I love this subject. Thank you so much for bringing the foundation for it. For me, motivation is nothing. Because you can be motivated and you can be encouraged. You can listen to the podcast. You can do rah, rah, rah. Yes, you can leave a conference like we just did, motivated. And then, let's say, 24 hours later, you even forgot what you just said. Motivation, it's just like showering, right? You can shower once, but you will have to shower the next day as well to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Motivation does nothing for you. It's a start, but it's not an end game. However, motivation combined with action creates habits, and habits creates results. With motivation, there's no execution. With action, there's the execution, and how you keep that action consistent. That's where you start creating those habits that are going to create the impact and the changes and the results that you want in either life, business, relationships, you name it. Those are my 2 cents of contribution.
That's more than 2 cents. In fact, when you go, it's easy to get motivated with the right speaker, right? But by the time I get to my car in the garage, that's gone.
Yes.
That motivation is gone because the world kind of hits you with the reality of the things that you have to do. So I agree with 100% with what you just said. And in fact, the keynote speaker today, I got here early. That's a pro tip.
We do.
Always get here before the event starts because you get access to the thought leaders ahead of time. So, and to be transparent, by the time I got here, she was already here. So I was late. Okay, generally, in being technical, I was late, but I wasn't late. So, having a conversation with the keynote speaker, she asked me why I was there. I was participating, and I say I have 2 purposes. I come here with 2 goals. One is to meet new people who can help me, and I can help them grow our businesses faster than we can do on our own. That's number 1, connect with people. Number 2, I'm looking for the one thing that I can take with me right now and take action on right now, because I understand that motivation is fleeting. It goes away. But if I take one thing, one concept, I may write down, I have 4 pages of notes. I can take 5 things, okay, but I'm only going to execute on one. Let's be real. I'm not going to get overwhelmed by trying to do 5 things when I could do 1 today. So that was my goal, and I shared it with her. And sure enough, after the event, she came up to me and said, "What is the one thing?" And I was very clear as to what I needed to do. So again, to your point, Joanna,
yes,
you get motivated. That's great, but get motivated into action. Take one thing to execute today. Create a habit of executing something every day, because results is just a string of actions that you take for a long period of time.
Amen.
Becomes a habit. The habit gives you results. When you get results, you get motivated internally, and you take more action to get more results.
Amen, and testify, preach to the choir. All that you said is just right on point. My takeaway today, and funny enough, the event wasn't as crowded as you would have expected, but that was perfect because it gave us the opportunity in the pregame to connect with the speakers, which actually they came to us. So like, hey guys, you're here early, so let us know. Beautiful, right strategy. But towards the end, the beauty of it is that we were able to connect at a higher level, that other kinds of conversations took place, connections took place, and staying in the loop and creating that relationship. But it's not just, oh, let's just have the picture and we post it on whatever network is of your preference. But to create that connection, that point where you create that like mindfulness, and keep fostering it. The next step, at least for myself, and I know that you too, because we're in the same boat, it's Why, let's not bring this conversation outside of the conference space. Let's get together.
Mhm.
One of them was located in Miami, and she was like, guys, next time you're in here in Miami, reach out to me. Let's go out and have some dinner.
That's right.
How do you do that? By staying present and connecting. The other keynote speaker, which had an inspiring business
Mhm.
story, she's Orlando based, and I'm already setting up an appointment with her to go out and have some wine. I'm sorry. Yes. Some wine and
It
conversation.
lubricates the conversation.
Correct. Yes, because we are so like-minded that we want to create and start executing things together. And that's how you start building your $1 million business in 90 days. Actually, that's how you build a business.
A business.
Period. By creating those connections, fostering them, going beyond a picture or a selfie, but actually get those people close to you with the connections and the mindset that you all have, plus the action and the habit of creating and having your system in point to foster that connection.
Take action. The bottom line is take action.
Yes.
Immediate action on something new that you learn, especially if you learn it today and you got excited. You were excited when you learned it. Keep that enthusiasm, that excitement as you execute. And,
Yes.
and you just said it. That's how you build a $1 million business in 90 days, which we're doing right now. And, when I come to these events, I write myself a note that says, I don't know everything. So that opens my mind to no matter what the speaker says, their tone of voice, their pace. I may not like all about that person, that speaker, but that keeps me focused. What I don't know everything, and how can I make this work for me? So if I write myself those two notes, it keeps me focused on the content and sometimes not distracted by the delivery. And by the way, the delivery was great today. I don't want to say that it wasn't, but sometimes it isn't, especially when you have, long, multiple hour events. Not every speaker is going to be as engaging.
Yes.
So that's a pro tip again. I don't know everything. Write it on your notes. And how can this work for me? So we're taking a lot of these nuggets, a lot of this information and applying it to our $1 million business, building a $1 million business in 90 days. And by the way, our landing page is up and running.
Yes.
You should see the link
Finally,
below
Antonio.
this. Hey, come on now. The target is to go from idea to landing page
Correct.
in 2 hours. It didn't actually work out this way this time, but that's okay. We'll learn through the process.
Yes.
So idea to landing page in 2 hours is the target. So there's a link below or in the bio that takes you to a main page that says, hey, welcome to the $1 million business in 90 days challenge. And there's a quick 2-minute video that describes what the process is going to look like. It takes you to the bottom of the page. You share your information so we can give you access to the content. 3 videos, short videos, all 3 of them. First one's going to show you, hey, this is the vehicle, the business vehicle that we're using to getting this done in 90 days or less. If you are in alignment with what we're doing when it comes to the business vehicle, fantastic. You take the next step, which is video number 2, and we show you the blueprint on how to go from 0 to $1 million, or to go from where you are to adding a new $1 million business in 90 days. And once you get through those 2 steps, then the third step is easy, is launching. And we're asking you to contact the person who invited you to see that information so you can take the next best step for you. 3 steps, simple to do, simple not to do. So I'm asking you, not only if you're motivated about money, if you're motivated about the possibility and the opportunity to earn more money in the next 90 days, take the easy step, which is step number 1, and get plugged in with the information.
Yes, and while you still can, feel free to reach us out. And why do I say while you still can? Because as this keeps growing and evolving, and this is not me coming or you coming from a place of being the diva or whatever, it's just that our time is getting limited.
Yeah.
Our exposure time to be and connect and sit down together to create this $1 million business in 90 days, it's getting tinier and tinier. I have people that approach me and say like, hey, I love what you and Antonio are doing. Can I get more information? Yes. Here's the information. Oh, but I want to sit down with you. Okay, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
But that space is getting limited, guys. That's why we created, well, Antonio did most of it, but I help by encouraging.
I think she's French. Is we stuff? No.
We did, Antonio. I provided the encouragement.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes. I provided the encouragement, created this platform so it's easier for you to access the information, and it also removes the friction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's not for you, amazing. But if you think, you know what, I have this person that probably will be so amazing at this, I will share that information. So you didn't have to wait on me, Antonio, whomever, to reach out.
Exactly.
Just return and say, hey, I got to know this through Antonio, through Johanna, through other partners that we are partnering with. Go ahead and just, it's play. It's plug and play and execute, guys. Execute. Ideas are beautiful, but ideas belong to those who execute it. Even if you steal those ideas, hey, I've got my ideas stolen all the time, but at the end of the day, where those ideas came, there are plenty others that can come.
100%.
Yes.
100%. And my advice, again, is just my recommendation is do the same things that I'm doing when I go to an event. And when you decide to look at the information, think about how can this work for me?
Yes.
And I don't know everything. And as you take that mindset for 20 minutes, that's how long the first video is going to be, 20 minutes, just under. Then I promise you, you're going to get new information, valuable information that whether or not you take step 2, it's going to make a positive impact in your business if you take action.
However, and I want to add something to that. One of the speakers, she was in brand management as well.
Yeah.
And when we started to connect, she was like, oh, then you're probably going to, fall asleep through my presentation. I was like, absolutely not. Because I do not believe I know everything. One of the words that for me, and I know this is a strong word, I hate. I
don't hate anything, by the way.
I do hate this, though. I hate being called, you are the brand guru. I mean, I'm not a guru. That comes from a place of divinity of thinking that I know it all, because I am the first one to tell you I don't know everything. I know a few things. I know a lot, but not everything. But her presentation, oh my goodness, the way she laid it down,
Yep.
It was so beautifully crafted, so easy to understand that I was like, actually, I learned a lot from you, and I cannot wait to keep learning and growing together
Yeah.
and ever evolving. So guys, if you think, I've done this, I know what needs to be done. No, you don't. Give yourself room to grow, to be coachable, and at the same time, bring others with you so you can expand and extend that knowledge. So do not hesitate. Click in the link that is going to be below, in bio, everywhere pretty much. Now, when you actually ask us, we can send it to you. And it can be listening on your way through point A to point B while you're driving around town.
Exactly. And that's what we did. And honestly, like Johanna said, our time is becoming, there's more pressure on time.
Yes.
So we need to remove friction from getting the information to the people who want the information. And so that's why we decided to deliver the content this way. So it supplements or complements the in-person events that we do already. Because, we need to figure out a way to multiply our time. This is the way to multiply our time on our end. And this is a way to make it convenient for you to consume the information when it's appropriate for you, when it's always available until you're available, right? So take advantage of this, a link below, link in the bio, whichever you see. Every platform is different. That's what we say. It could be here, it could be here.
Yeah.
But it's there for you to consume and take a look. Think about how this can work for you. Think about, what can you learn from the process. And I promise you, if you have that mindset, you'll get some real value out of it. And maybe this is exactly what you were looking for. If it is, fantastic. Reach out to one of us so we can take the next best step for you to get started. If this is not for you, thank you for going through the process and understanding what we're doing. Perhaps you can think of someone who will benefit from taking a look at the information just like you have. So that's all I got right now, John. Is that it?
Same thing, man. Same thing. We got to go back to work.
Got to go back to work and earn. So thank you for your time and your connection. Thank you for making time for this.
Yes, of course.
Johanna, hit the link below or in the bio to get access to the information right away.
Thank you. Have a great day.